Hey guys, just wanted to jump on here real quick and give you guys a word that was kind of on my heart. I know it's been a few days since I've posted anything live like this, but still just wanted to come out here and just see how everybody was doing and just share some stuff. Yesterday was Monday. I'm trying to think what I was doing yesterday. All these days in quarantine, guys, they just are starting to just kind of blur together, and man, it's been fun, but I'm ready for stuff to start opening up. I'm sure you guys are too. Yesterday I was listening to the Bible, something I like to do because reading it is not always convenient, and especially whenever you got a lot of stuff going on, even in quarantine, sometimes listening to the Bible is actually something that it helps me out in a big way. Some people are audible learners. Some people are, you can sit down and read or watch something, or, there's different kinds of ways of learning. I've always been an audible kind of guy, so I listen to the Bible a lot. And yesterday in Mark chapter 9, I think it's in 14 through 22 or 23, it's where the disciples have been sent out, and Jesus has given them the power to heal the sick, cast out demons, all the fun stuff. And they come up, and this one guy's looking at him, and he's like, hey, your disciples couldn't heal my boy. He's got this demon that's in him, and they couldn't cast it out. And the disciples are like, what the heck, man? Like, what's going on? Why can't we cast this guy out? And, Jesus said, you have little faith or whatever. And then he goes and commences to cast out the demon. And whenever the disciples came and asked him later, like, hey, why were we not able to do this? Jesus said, some of these only come out by prayer and fasting. And I've probably heard this story 100, 200, maybe even literally 300 times. And yesterday, whenever I was listening to it, the Holy Spirit just kind of dropped this in me. It was that, you've heard it said that some of these only come out in prayer and fasting. What you didn't see was Jesus stop doing everything and go and pray and fast to the Father to get the demon out. In fact, what it shows you is he did it right then and there, which means that he had already been and had a lifestyle of prayer and fasting with the Father. And that's something that the Lord's definitely been using in my life recently. Since getting laid off, since this whole Corona-19, prayer and fasting has been a big part of my life, and I have to continuously make sure that I'm doing it. Just because it's something that's so easy to slip away. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it later, I'll do it in 5 minutes, because there's always stuff that comes up. And I think it's so important that this demonstration in Mark 9, where Jesus goes and he says, listen, like, sometimes things only happen whenever you pray and fast. And prayer and fasting, it literally, I used to think it was this religious thing. I used to think that it was this thing where people went and you have to do this work, and you have to go and you have to suffer and you can't eat. The first time I fasted, I was in Thailand. I fasted for 3 days I tried to do just water, and I miserably failed because I didn't know you were supposed to pray amidst of it. So I was sitting at the table with everybody while we were eating, and it was just terrible. And I had no idea what I was doing. But now as we begin to pray and fast, it's actually this thing where, I'm hungry, but if I do a 3-day fast, I'm starving by day 2, and I can stand to lose a few pounds, but I'm starving by day 2. But it's this thing where my hunger literally transforms. And I take that and go, man, God, I am so hungry for you. And I just want to know you more. And I think that's what we need to do as the body of Christ. I think it's what we're called to do. I think it's why he calls us to pray and fast, is so that we can actually become more hungry for him. It's an actual physical bodily awareness of something that's missing in our lives. And we always want more of him. It's not that we lack a certain amount of him. It's just that there's so much of him that we can always use more. So that's something I want to encourage you guys in. Something I'm encouraging myself in is just living a lifestyle of praying and fasting. And I think what that looks like is on a daily basis, coming to Jesus and saying, hey, this is what's going on in my life. And I think it's something that I met a guy, I used to go to church with him, used to pray over first service. And he literally had something on his watch that every minute his watch would ding, and it would remind him that God is here. That's what he set it up for. And every minute of every single day it would ding. And he's like, I wish I could have something that just buzzed constantly, so I could just constantly be reminded of him. And I think that, maybe that's a little bit extreme for some people, but It's so important that we just become more aware of him, more aware of his presence, because whenever we do that, then we're never alone. Depression, it's really hard for depression to come in whenever you're friends with God and you can talk to him about anything. When you're friends with the King of the universe and you can talk to him about anything, it's really hard to get depressed. It's really hard to have these things happen to you. It's really hard for people to be, not that sadness is bad, but for people to get sad and stay in a sad state. Whenever you're friends with Jesus, because the King of the universe, the person who created everything, who created you and knows you since the beginning of the foundations of the earth, predestined your life and knew who you were going to be and gave you the choice to enter into a relationship with him. Whenever you're friends with that individual, life changes. Everything changes. Your world can fall apart and you're going to be okay because Jesus is King. And that's one of the things that I want to start talking about more, is just how powerful we are as individuals, how powerful you are as an individual. Jesus thinks that you are so amazing, he gave his life for you so that you could live and know him, not to just save you from hell. That's a part of it, but I think it's a small part of it. I think, we don't want them to go to hell, but we really want a relationship with these individuals, and he gave his life for every single person on the earth. I keep saying it, I heard it from Todd White and Dan Mohler, but it's a good phrase. If Jesus did not die for the person right in front of you, you don't have to share the gospel with them. You don't have to love them like Jesus would love them. And that hurts, but it's so true. And I failed that in so many ways, but it's something that we can become so aware of that Jesus is going to use in our lives so that we can actually become more like him. You guys are actually truly amazing. Whenever we step into a relationship with Jesus, you become like Jesus. You have a face of Jesus that no one has ever seen before. You have characteristics of Jesus, because your relationship with Jesus is going to actually transform into your life to such a powerful degree that you're going to carry and hold something that no one else on this planet, no one else in this world has. You are that important. And the key to getting there is literally by just spending time with Jesus, by talking to him, by getting into his word, by just becoming such a friend of Jesus that we actually become like him. You guys are absolutely amazing. You truly, truly are. And I love you guys to death. I really, truly do. I think y'all are great. To kind of wrap that up, tonight we're going to be doing a healing prayer thing. Essentially what that's going to look like, I might do another video here in a little bit, just kind of describing that for people. It's something I feel like God's told me to do every single Tuesday night. I'm going to start doing healing prayer, especially while we're, all in this weird quarantine place. And this healing prayer is essentially what it's going to be. Is I'm just going to hop on here for as long as we are. I usually try to spend at least 30 minutes just to let people come. It's going to start at 7 p.m. And we're just going to pray. Whether you need healing prayer, something physical in your body, something in a relationship, anything. It doesn't matter. We're just going to come pray, and we're just going to open up this time to just to pray for people. If you need prayer, if you need anything at all, to just believe and just to pray for you, and just to say, hey, you know what? We're here. Whether you believe or not, we're here, and we just want to love people. That's what this is about. I'm not trying to get anybody to go to a church, join my religion. I don't even see it as a religion. It's a relationship with my King. That's what it is. But again, we're just here to be the body and be the hands and feet of Jesus, and that's what we're here to do. So if you guys need anything, we would love tonight. I would love to come on here at 7 p.m. and just love on you guys and just pray for you. But I love you guys to death. You guys are absolutely amazing. I pray that Jesus just wrecks you today, and that your relationship with him will just become even bigger and more profound, so you can become more like him, so we can truly learn how to love as a body, so we can learn to love as a society and really care for people around us, because you have something that no one else in this world has. And you enter into that whenever you come into a relationship with Jesus, because your best features and best characteristics stand out, because you become like the 5 people you spend the most time around. So when you spend time around Jesus, you become more like him. And he was a pretty great guy. He still is. So I love you guys. I'll see you guys tonight. And sign up. Can't wait. We'll see you.